Hey everyone, welcome back to the Wyoming Knitz YouTube channel. My name is Jenny Lee, and this is my channel where I like to talk about all the knitting and yarn adventures that I have been up to over the past week. Today is Sunday, December 8th, 2024, and this is episode 68. You can find me on Instagram as Jenny Lee Knits, and you can find me on Ravelry as Jenny Lee S Knits. And today I'm coming to you from Southwest Wyoming, where I live with my husband, our daughter, and our little Yorkie, Dax. So I've opened a whole week of Advents this week. I've had a busy week at school and just December life in general. And I only have one finished object this week, and I've only worked on a couple other things. Let's talk about what I have opened and what I have finished, what I've worked on, and what I received in the mail this week. So the first thing is I wanted to show you what I opened. So I'm going to insert a video with all of the advents that I received this year and just some footage of me showing you what they were. I did open them every day, looked at them, kept them all in their packages, and then I just did a video of what they looked like before I started recording so you could see all of them together. And then I think I'll do that next week too if it works out pretty good. So here is that video. Okay, let's talk about what I have finished this week. This week's finished object is something that was not even a whip last week. I wasn't working on it at all. Last time I recorded was December 1st, and I had not started my December Felici socks, so I grabbed the olive juice color and I looked through my leftovers and found a green that would work. I chose a hawthorn from Knitz that was green because it is it's a little bit, well, I don't want to say thicker, but it feels a little bit sturdier, so I used that on the heels, cuffs, and toes. And I started right here. I did 64 stitches with a German twisted cast on. I started the main color. I worked the heel, the foot, and the toe. This one was my first one, and this one was my second one. So I finished both of these. I finished these last night, right before I went to bed. So I finished these, I started them on the 1st and finished them on the 7th. This was almost the only thing I worked on all week. We had our Christmas program on Wednesday night. We had, I had some later nights at the school to get ready for parent-teacher conference next week. And so by the time I got home and made dinner, the only thing I wanted to work on was my socks. So I finished those pretty quickly. On Sunday after I recorded, I worked on, let's talk about works in progress. I worked on my Birch pullover. Let's see, I'm using a chick that knits. And this is Fern Gully. I'm gonna have to cake up another one of these today. Let me grab this. I have this much left on the first ball. I absolutely love this green color. And I am still working on the raglan increases. I've made it a little bit further. I was right there last time. I put this in the stitch below the one I was working on. And this is about 2 hours worth of work. So Sunday after I edited and went back downstairs, I pulled this out for a little while to work on it. And I got about 2 hours worth on this, switched to my socks, and then I didn't touch this the rest of the week. I worked on my socks Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, for like 20 minutes on Wednesday before the Christmas concert, and then I worked on them Thursday and Friday and Saturday. I have this bag. This is a Fates thread bag with Rugrats and a little Reptar zipper pull. And I told you I had yarn in here for my mom's socks. I did start those. I started them right before I went to do the heel on my second sock. It was almost bedtime. I had like 15-20 minutes, and I was like, ooh, I don't want to start on the heel because I won't get through the heel and the heel flap, and I won't have picked up my gusset stitches by the time it's time for bed. So I sat it down and I cast on my mom's socks. I also did 64 stitches in a 2x2 rib cuff for 20 rounds. I usually do 20 rounds. And then I'm going to do a 70 round leg before I start the heel. I'm not going to put a contrast on this one. I'm just going to go the whole way. It's got all the colors. And this is Big Sky yarn. Uh-oh, my battery's going to die. Hold on. Okay, fresh battery. I made sure and bought new batteries after last time when it frustrated me that I couldn't get any further on my video because my battery kept dying. So this color is from Big Sky, and it is See You Later Alligator. 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 463 yards. So this is going to be my mom's Christmas present. And hopefully I can have it done by next week also. And then I grabbed this bag and some yarn, some Yarnable that I had just sitting over there on my Yarnable shelf. And I started a pair of socks for my mother-in-law. I got this one in November of 2022. And this one is Life is Guda. So I did 64 stitches. I kind of like how it's pulling a little bit. I'm going to do a 50 round leg. Her foot is a lot smaller than mine and my mom's. I wear a size 7, my mom wears a size 9, and I think my mother-in-law wears a size 5. So that one is in here. I worked on that a little bit today. I grabbed this bag and put in my West Yorkshire spinners, so I'm going to start that as soon as I finish one of the other socks, or if I'm at a spot on one of the other socks where I need just straight vanilla, I'll cast on another pair so I can have that. We have parent-teacher conferences next week, so I will be at the school until about 6 o'clock Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to get all of my parent-teacher conferences in. And so I might need something while I'm waiting. Something that I can just pick up or put down as soon as someone walks in the door. Then I worked on my habitation throw. I got a little bit further. I was working on this as I was editing last week, and then I got to the eyelet round and I set it down and cast on socks. So this is what I've got so far. I've got the main color, day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This is the Pretty Twisted Yarns Advent from last year. I have it in this box right here. And then these colors And then once I get to this one will be a large stripe, and then we will start the decreases again with day 1. So we'll increase all the way up to day 24 and then start the decreases on day 1 again. So by the time, so I'll use up a lot more of this, and by the time we get to the last color, there should only be a little bit left of this one. And then hopefully I can end with this at the bottom like I started with it. This is on her shimmer base, the blue. Well, this is a one of a kind. I think what she did was take all the leftover dye or all the dyes that she used and mixed it up and put it in. I'm not exactly sure. And put it in, and it's a one of a kind. I don't know. Each skein was a little bit different. I don't know if it is recreatable, but you can see the sparkle on this one really well. And on some of these, in real life you can see it really good. On camera, you can't see it as well. So I did from here up to here yesterday while I was hanging out and watching Vlogmases. And all of my YouTube knitting channels that I usually watch. I started on day 1, well, day 0, pretty much on December 1st. And it's day 8, and I am on day 4. So I am halfway caught up on Vlogmases. So I will probably get to catch up on those the week before Christmas, because we have next week and the week after before we go on Christmas break. Oh, the neighbors have a dog. I don't know if you could hear that. Then in the mail, I got this doodle deck. Thank you. Terry sent this to me. I'm excited to try some color work with this. And then I got my row 1 and my Yarnable subscription. So we'll look at the row 1 first. This month it came with a York peppermint patty and a candy cane. The Progress Keeper stitch marker says joy. Can you see that? Maybe. It says joy. And the dyer this time is Holly Dye Works. And there's a little note about the dyer in here. Holly Dye Works. Pine Twist is a 75% superwash merino wool, 25% nylon. They are based in northern Alabama, and they have over 30 plus colorways. These are very, very bright, saturated these are going to be awesome to work with. I think I have decided which blanket I'm going to start in the new year. I'm going to do the Stephen West Melting Marl blanket with all of my leftovers, and I will separate out some of my row 1 yarn and put in there. I might have to open up a couple other skeins just because. So I'm going to be doing that. That might be my New Year's Day cast on. And then I got my Yarnable for this month. The card with all the information. Our color is Dynamite this time. We got some green Snip-Asaurus scissors, a tiny Dino Notions tin, and some cute little progress keepers. And then the yarn, of course, I'm sure it's going to match all of the little extras. The pinks and purples, greens. I absolutely love this one. It's called Dynamite. This is going to be something for me. I'm not sure what yet. I don't know. But this is definitely one of my colors. So that is everything I worked on this week, everything I got in the mail. December is hard to get a lot of stuff done because we are working on getting in all of the things, and knitting time goes way down. We usually do have like Christmas concerts in the afternoons that I don't take my knitting to, just because it's my class, and so I'm kind of in charge. The music teacher is in charge of the program, but I'm there to like help manage, and so I don't take my knitting to that. Then we have parent-teacher conferences where I have to stay after school for a couple hours every night, and then sometimes I'll take my knitting to that, but if I have one back to back to back to back, then I don't. And then I come home and I eat dinner, and then I only get like an hour and a half to work on stuff. So we'll see what next week brings. I am very much enjoying watching Vlogmas. Today I was watching it on 1.5 speed so I could get through some of them. I wanted to see what they were working on and what colors they had received from which dyers, and that was fun, but I wanted to kind of get caught up. So I think about 1.5 is the fastest I can go, and then it just sounds weird to me. So I don't think I have any more updates about anything. I haven't worked on my Teal Torch Knits cardigan. It's something I have to weigh my yarn, and I set up here with my scale and my yarn winder and all of the things, and so after school that's not really something I want to come up here and work on. I just want to sit in my comfy chair downstairs next to the fireplace and watch YouTube and relax. So I guess until next time.